Kendrick Lamar has dropped his album. He's estimated to sell 350,000 copies the first week. Now, there's no physical copies for whoever cares about that information. That's actual fact. There's no physicals in store at all. He hasn't dropped them on the website either. It doesn't seem to exist. Might not even ever exist, right? Even though he did promote the album with a photo of physicals in his hand, bootleg style, but then there's no physicals in store. He's in Ghana. He's not really here. There's no real like rollout after this. Other than now, thankfully we do have one music video with N95, but the music's out, right? And I guess you could say the verdict is in. People are stating their opinion. Very controversial to many. We reacted to it, and at the end, I still was left with like, it wasn't like a concrete. How do I feel about it? It's like, it's art, but then
I still feel that
so
way.
many people that are online. The discussions there, where it's like, are we moving the goalposts with Kendrick? This is very artistic, or is this just trash and people are not admitting that it's trash, or is it not trash, or is it like a masterpiece right away, you know? And the opinions are going at it, going crazy. Have you written your review yet on it, or do you have one yet? No.
I'm still working on it.
What's your thoughts right now on this album? What's Wongo's review?
I think with this album, Kendrick is kind of hoping like his chaotic good, and I put good in quotes, is like going is worth it in the end. Like Kendrick is really taking a swing for cancel culture. Throughout the album, and I don't completely agree with everything. I find it weird that, you know, Kodak is all over the album, but there's one point where you kind of allude and say that, you know, you were like sexually assaulted as a kid, and it's like, you know, what are you doing?
There's a connection.
It so much so that I actually don't think Kendrick understands like the true intention with cancel culture. Like, I think cancel culture, like, aside from like, you know, any like social media like twist and like thing of it, is just to hold people accountable for what they did now or in their past. Like, that's just what it, like, if you did something and, you know, you violated somebody else, you have to face time for that, you know, whatever the consequence may be. But the way Kendrick's approaching it is that, you know, cancel culture doesn't let me speak. It doesn't let me do this. It doesn't let me do that. And it's like, nah, that's not really like, you know, anytime someone says that, I always think about that clip of Cat Williams on Joe Budden, you know, like these out of bounds lines are needed because, you know, there's just some shit that needs to be limited. And it's like, if stopping this is gonna
Prevent
somebody from getting hurt or prevent a community from getting hurt, then like, what are you fighting back for? So that was like what my one gripe with it. And I think a lot of decisions he made on that album, I was like, you kind of, I get it in the name of art, but there's other ways to express it. But outside of that, I thought it was a really great album. It wasn't at all what I expected. And, you know, if you like scroll down my Twitter, like from, you know, I was just tweeting as I listened, like I was just like, yo, what the fuck type thing. But, you know, I sat with it. I sat with it during the weekend, and, you know, I'm really like taking time with these songs, and I see a lot of the themes that he has. And, you know, he talks about, you know, infidelity with his fiance. I don't know if they
Whitney.
You know, he talks about going to therapy. He talks about grieving. He talks, you know, he
his mother.
You know, there's a lot of things that he talks about, like, you know, family and
his aunt with the
right
LGBTQ
and the
community
other relevant
as well.
Yeah,
his transgender
right. And
aunt.
just, you know, even though like even like the approach of like his or his acceptance of just their identities is a little jarring, I would say. But, you know, overall, I think this is a really good album. A really good album with some flaws, and I like to think that as Kendrick releases, you know, more projects, that he like elevates each time.
Yeah.
I'm still like struggling to see if this is an elevation. I wouldn't say it's a slip up, like he fell off. But I just think there's a lot of just like downsides to this album and just professional stuff that like, it's like, damn, like I wish you done that. But like, I like it makes sense. I just hate his approach. So like for everything that he was trying to do, like you're taking a swing at cancel culture. Okay, I guess it makes sense that you have Kodak like on it, even though
to be ironic. Yeah,
right. Like I guess it makes sense. And I think I've only read one thing about it because I don't really like to read stuff. If I'm gonna write about it, but I read one thing that's kind of like it seems like Kendrick hopes that like supporting Kodak will kind of be what he needs to get, Kodak on that, straight and narrow path. But then again, it's like you also got to hold him accountable for what he did. And I don't know if Kendrick, maybe Kendrick did that behind the scenes and he feels like it's adequate enough. So
had a conversation or something.
Maybe, but
yeah, I don't know.
It's just that's my. But overall, I think it's a really good album. I would probably put it as his third best. If you really had to ask me right now, I think it's
without counting Untitled, Unmastered, right? Because a lot of people are counting that. I don't know why the fuck, but they are.
I don't count it. I mean, he said it was just like unfinished like stuff, so I'm not really gonna count it. But
counting Section 80.
Yeah. I think it's gonna
you
be
after. You said his
third.
top three.
Yeah, interchangeable with Damn. So it would be for me. It would be Good Kid and To Pimp a Butterfly top 2, and you can put this one after those two, or you could put Damn. I like. I'm enjoying listening to this one more than Damn. So that's why I have it above Damn. But I do skip We Cry Together every time. I don't need to listen to that no more.
That shit was like that movie that I watched last year. What was it? Malcolm and Marie?
Malcolm and Marie.
Malcolm and Marie.
But interesting about the song, that song is when I first listened, like I was just sitting there, I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? When I went back again, like I missed Kendrick at the beginning being like, this is what the world sounds like.
Yeah, like a little interlude type of shit, like a intro, like this is what the world, yeah.
So like it changed like what it was, because at first I thought it was like him, like what he actually, or like something like that. When he said this is what the world sounds like, I was like, okay, like,
and it could be maybe he went through it too, and maybe it's like, who knows? Because there's so many theories online. That's another thing with this album. So many people have so many theories, and I get it. When it comes to Kendrick Lamar fans and Kendrick Lamar projects, he does do a lot of almost like Easter eggish type of situations where similar to where you watch like a Marvel movie or something, and a year later you find out what that happened over here and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And it's happened with Damn, right? But even the ones with Damn, it wasn't like really proven. Like a lot of people thought it was gonna be a double album and like play it in reverse and all this shit.
You can't play it in reverse,
but not the whole album.
Yeah, you can.
The whole album?
Not like the songs backward, but like you. Can
but like the structure,
reverse order.
Reverse order. Okay, no, I know that because he dropped the collector's edition. Yes, I know that. But some people had the theory where it's like you play this shit in reverse and like you hear codes and shit, and you hear maybe devilish shit. I'm like, wait a minute,
that's like Illuminati shit.
Stop that, right? And now with this one, they're saying, which can be, who knows, but it's like, oh, he's in therapy. The whole album is a therapy session. Especially when you hear like that white voice that talks a lot, it might be like the therapist.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And then the idea of tap dancing around the subject, like that phrase happens literally where like you hear the tap dancing when literally there's like a serious conversation is about to happen, or a serious topic is about to happen or happened already. And it's like that one I can kind of understand a bit more, right?
I'm cool with those.
And it's like, that's dope. And the therapist one, I'm like, I would have to visit it more for it to be the situation. But to me, it's like, it's so weird. Like, I'm all for the art, and I love a lot of the content on it. I think it's some of the most raw Kendrick's ever gotten.
Absolutely.
It's almost like a diary. Like, it's almost ugly. Like, it's like,
which is why I'm not like surprised about the therapy.
Yeah, it's like, why are you telling me this? It's like, hold the fuck up. Why the fuck are you telling me this if you never even tell us anything? And then when you do, it's like, you don't do it like this. So why are you telling me this? So I didn't have too much problem with that. I'm like, I appreciate that a lot. My thing is like musically, I didn't fuck with it like too much. Like, I don't think it's a horrible album. I rank it like I've been debating. I have it right now. When we did the reaction, I was like, oh, question mark. Right now I have it kind of like an 8 out of 10. I think it's like an 8 out of 10 to me. When it comes to his discographies though, I think it might be his worst album, you know, but then it just came out. So I don't, it's like too fresh to say that, right?
You gotta really sit
because
with
you gotta really sit with it. And it's like, are we moving the goalposts because it's Kendrick Lamar? I don't know. I think it's just some artists you have to just do that with. Like, you have to sit with it. And it's like some other artists drop, and it's like, I'm not gonna listen to this shit again. But Kendrick Lamar, I think, has earned the respect where you have to revisit this and you have to analyze this. And at the same time, he's rapped on the album, which a lot of his fucking stans don't fucking understand. A lot of them do in the comments, so thank you guys that do. But a lot of them are dick riding so heavy. But he literally says in the album where it's like, I'm not your savior, I'm not perfect. And this whole concept of like, if you don't like this album, he doesn't care. And it's fine. Like, that's the energy he has on a lot of these songs, especially towards the end. But then these fucking dick riding fans get mad. Like, they're probably mad at me right now. We're listening to this. No, you just don't understand it. You're it's not LOL. It's not for your mind. All right, I'm sorry. I'm a peasant then. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Maybe his IQ's higher than mine. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? This is just an opinion. It's just music. Relax. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah, for sure.
This guy literally said he doesn't give a fuck about you. He's not your savior. You guys been begging for him to drop for 5 years. He didn't give a fuck. He gave his baby Keem instead. He put his family on. Motherfucker got a Grammy already. That happened like this, right? Meanwhile, when he does drop, he's just telling you basically like, yo, I can make Damn again. I can do hits again. I can do whatever fuck I want. I can literally get any feature I want. But he's just doing like shit that people didn't expect. And it's almost like shock value, especially the Kodak shit. Because we saw Kodak on the track list. We heard that song, but then you hear Kodak throughout the whole album. Yeah. He's narrating this shit. And it's like, I love Kodak musically. I love him. But there's a lot of people that don't. And it's very like, I think it's paying respect to Kodak, almost like how I said it, I think during the reaction where Drake has been alluding to literally signing Kodak. Like, he wants Kodak potentially to be a part of OVO. And they're like trying to work that out behind the scenes. And Drake's always like DMing Kodak and like appreciating Kodak and like loves him musically.
Drake does that with everybody.
If they send him to OVO, then they're definitely going to keep him quiet because shit.
Yeah. Party, where are you? Magic Jordan. But it's like,
Cam's too quiet.
Yeah, but it's like, I get it. Like, musically, I think Kodak musically, especially this new generation, he's one of my favorite. Like, I see it. But it's very odd to use him on this album. But then again, it goes back to what are this man's intentions? First of all, the double album shit is very confusing to me. It was out of place. It didn't start with Mr. Morale. It started with Big Steppers, I guess. Maybe on purpose. Obviously on purpose.
Yeah,
I don't think it was a mistake. It was like, you know, he didn't drop the CDs, so we technically don't see it. Because when you drop CDs and shit, or track list at least, because he didn't even have like a backside. It was just a front cover.
On Apple Music, they have him as two things.
Yeah, but it doesn't say.
It's like the numbers only.
It says 1 through 9 and then goes
1 through 9 again, but it doesn't even say like part 2 or nothing. Like, it doesn't say nothing like that. It doesn't even tell you where to start it or nothing. Even like you break down the synopsis. And then if you listen to both albums, I don't think that they literally sound completely different. Like, it's like there's some aspects, yes, but
content-wise, they're different.
You think so? I think so. Someone said, I think, someone while we were reacting, I think it might have been Marloon, where it's like, yeah, you could kind of hear like how this one's kind of more moralist, more realistic.
There's some tracks that are just more conscious.
More conscious.
That's the second half. Like, that's the second half.
That's the Mr. Morale.
Yeah.
And that's probably my favorite half of the album.
I think when I was listening, one thing I discovered is like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers are not two different people.
Same person.
I think it's easier to look at it, or it makes more sense to look at it as a band. Like, you know how like they have band titles like that, like this person, and I can't think of a name, but
that's my thing. My bad to cut you off. Yeah. My thing is like, I feel like we've been too fucking busy trying to tie in the name of the album to like the music. It's a band. I think Kendrick is, maybe it's not just two sides.
This is my theory. I think Kendrick is Mr. Morale in terms of like trying to find his footing on things and trying to find like that just his morale, like his spectrum of morale.
Yeah.
Towards just
where are your morals? Let's find it.
And the Big Steppers are like the things that like drag him. Like, so like the Big Stepper is gonna be like his gripe with cancel culture, and then like his infidelity with his fiance, and like addiction to like lust, and like struggles with grief. Like, the Big Steppers are the things that really pull him out and make him not the person that he is. So it's like all together it just works to be the man that we hear on the album.
Yeah,
I can
see that.
That's how I see it.
You can see it in the N95 video where he has like fucking chains and shit like that.
Right.
We don't know Kendrick.
Right. And like you hear it, hear it through the music, especially like the first song, like United in Grief. Like, each verse is him attempting to deal with his grief in ways that you can kind of see are not natural to him. Like, whether it's with women, whether it's through money,
cars,
and like just buying stuff. Like there's different like, so like to me the therapy session thing wouldn't be crazy to me because it just sounds, everything is so raw.
Yeah.
It just sounds like this man went to therapy and like as he was going through, you know, these thoughts are getting clear or not so clear, and then he's just putting them to music type thing. But yeah, I mean the second half is definitely, because the second half you have Auntie Diary, you have
Savior.
That's
my favorite song on the whole album.
I love Savior.
The Kodak song is not too bad.
The second to last one.
Damn, what's the name of that Kodak song?
Mother Sober, and then you have Mirror. You know, you have So yeah, that's kind of how I've been looking at this.
To me, it comes off as like he's finally breaking away or like understanding his fuck ups and shit like that, and him just like I guess the time has passed where he's like, okay, like it's time for me to like actually finally sit down, do it type shit, and know that I fucked up, and now just like keep it pushing.
But like
thing,
even
you know what I'm saying?
Kendrick,
like, even like with the whole, my bad again.
No, you
like,
got
like people saying like alluding that maybe he did get molested when he was younger, or
or
maybe he does know someone, you know, like he finally comes out with that type shit, like he finally be able to cope with it. It's like, okay, I can speak about it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and fuck, I forgot.
I would say this is definitely like his like. I alluded to it in the reaction, like his 444, especially like my auntie is a man now.
But like
even that concept, very raw.
Like
very
Jay-Z
raw.
was clean. Like he kind of like processed.
He
everything
polished it more,
and then went in. But it sounds like Kendrick was like in the booth as he was putting everything.
Hell
together.
yeah, you know, because Kendrick, he, like, you know, that line alone, my auntie is a man now, and then Jay-Z, you know, revealing that his mom to the public or confirming, you know, his mom is lesbian, but it wasn't like my mom's a lesbian. Or like blatant, like as blatant as Kendrick did it. And Kendrick's doing it like where it can be a therapy session, whereas like therapy sessions are ugly. Like that's just not meant to be heard by the public. But then you drop this album and it's obviously gonna be heard by the public.
Right.
But I think with Kendrick, the situation is this: he's a victim of his own talent, whereas like, and his own talent and his own decisions in his life. His albums have been so culturally impactful and so fucking good and so award winning and so damn near perfect every album, right? Especially studio albums, where it's like 5 years removed, you haven't dropped. You were supposed to drop in 2020, you said, so you push it back 2 years. So this is a pushback album, and now we get it. I think people are gonna have high standards and hold it to such high degree, right? And it just dropped. Let's give it some time, and it's a good amount of music. You know, it's 18 tracks. I really thought he was gonna go the route where it was gonna be more minimal. Yes, he did say double-sided album, but I was like, oh, he could probably just do 6-6, even 5-5. It's technically double-sided album. But he really went 9-9. He gave us 2 albums in one. And it's not clear-cut, full-on. Yes, there's different types of content, but it's not like a full-on different sound. I had the theory before the album dropped that Mr. Morale was going to be like the conscious Kendrick that we all wanted and been waiting for, like during the Black Lives Matter movement, and that whole time everyone was like, where's Kendrick? He was going to maybe address that, maybe ironically, like, Mr. Morale, you guys wanted me. I'm Mr. Morale now. You were waiting for me, right? And then the Big Steppers was going to be his features, maybe the mainstream type of records, and that could have made more sense with me. But this time, that didn't happen at all. Like, this is like something that is a victim of my second thought, where is a victim of his lifestyle. He doesn't do interviews. He doesn't really talk. And even when he does, is very vague. Like the last time he spoke, I think it was the magazine where I think Keem interviewed him, and it was just like, yeah, I pushed the album back, I've been working, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't like, this is why I'm going to drop, or this is why, you know. So we just know what's happening in his life through his music. He speaks through his music. So then our opinions are going to come through his music. And maybe that's what he wants. But then again, we don't fucking know, because he doesn't say, like, that's what I want. And then randomly next week, he might just pop out with, like, a Zane Lowe interview, because we just don't know what's happening either, you know?
I think that's the value in, like, the art. Like, it doesn't have to be, he doesn't have to explain it. I think when you kind of explain it, you ruin it, in a sense.
Yeah.
Like,
the mystique is gone.
Right, but even like, you're going to interpret something some way, and then he's like, yeah, no, listen, you got that fucked up. This is how it is.
Yeah, it's just like,
shit.
there's different ways to interpret music, and sometimes when you explain it, niggas are just going to take it the way they is. But I don't think this is a misstep or a bad album, or like,
I think it's great.
Okay.
His worst is better than a lot of people's best. That's what you know what I'm saying?
But Kendrick is like never, especially after like Good Kid, Kendrick has never given us what we expected. Like To Pimp a Butterfly was not what we expected.
That's a fact.
Do you think that's his best album? I think that's his best album. To Pimp a Butterfly.
I think that's his best.
That's his best album.
Content wise and shit.
Everything. That's from top to bottom, bro. Like that's a fucking.
So, but
I love that album.
So it being his last album on TDE, do you think the content from this album and the timing is what he needed to drop now, or should he have dropped more replay value, more hit value with TDE, and then
Kendrick's never been replay value.
And his, there's some songs that like
some, but like
I mean,
if
damn,
you like,
damn was crazy.
But
do
you think
look at like,
you think he should have saved this content for his new label coming up and have, or you think it's the right moment with no TDE members on it? No,
I don't think it does. I mean, Kendrick hasn't done an album with TDE members.
Like 14. It was a minute ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It was a
while. The Black Panther album.
I mean that, but like his solo projects haven't.
I honestly don't feel like
Money Green.
This is
Money Trees.
Money Trees was my shit. Yeah. I don't feel like, I don't know. This is me, that the label has played a lot when it comes down to his albums, to his like
they let him do
probably not at all.
He just puts
That's Kendrick Lamar. They probably didn't play at all.
So it's like you could say like, oh, like since it was TDE, that camp and everything like that, you could have had more similar to like the old stuff type shit. And now that you're gonna have your own old stuff, you can do like your own stuff, like you do your, I don't know.
Kendrick's never really had like replay value stuff. I mean, you have some stuff that might chart well. Like
I know a lot of people in today's generation. Kendrick's not for today's generation.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah, because I think I saw a lot of older people like loving this album, like especially like Charlemagne and like a lot that, because especially when it comes to like the fatherhood shit, like they love that, like that therapy, like cutting that wound open. They love that. Like, oh my god. So
he got very, very deep,
personal. Yeah,
very personal. It's just
I think the content and like the topics are good. I love like the things that he's talking about. I just
musically
great. I think this was like a really well produced album, like 100%, like for sure. I just think some of the decisions he made, I'm like, you're getting too carried away. Like the cancel culture thing is like, relax. Like even saying like the F word on Auntie Diary is like. Yeah. I get why he
had me saying it in the reaction. I'm not gonna say it here because
I get why he said it. Like I get like his like progression, like the way he ends it.
Yeah.
But I like, you know, I gotta think is like, if somebody else did it with a different slur, like is that gonna fly the same way?
Is it gonna be accepted the same?
Was that the right way to go at it?
Yeah. It's like you probably. But I guess.
What's your favorite song on the whole album? Savior.
Savior. I'll probably say Savior right now.
Savior's mine. And what's Rich
Spirit?
Rich Spirit.
I like Count Me Out. Count Me Out and Father Time. I think
Count Me Out is my favorite.
Count Me Out is so Count Me Out is like, that's not some shit I expected from him, but he really killed it.
Yeah.
But I'm happy he brought out Sanford though. I don't know what the fuck Sanford been doing, but I'm so happy.
Sanford like dropped the album and disappeared. I never seen nothing like that. That's like
no feature, no nothing. Like I think this is his first feature since the album.
Just like a
he's like a
definitely
James Fauntleroy.
James Fauntleroy type of vibe. Oh yeah. But yeah, I would say Savior's my favorite song on the whole album. I think it's really, really good. What's the worst song on the album, you think? Or like your least favorite?
We Cry Together.
We Cry Together?
Every time. But if I have to pick something that's not that.
Yeah. Because my thing
I'm not too cool on I'm not too crazy about Crown.
Which one's that one?
That's one right after Count Me Out.
I don't know.
Crown.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I haven't heard this album since the day it dropped.
Really?
Yeah, I just I haven't had the chance, because like me, the way I listen to music is on my days off. So like for example, tomorrow, like I got the day off of work, so I listen to music with whatever I do. If I'm cleaning the crib, if I'm doing car stuff, like I'm just listening to music. But like I work and shit like that, I don't have the time to listen to music. So I've been my weekends is the busiest. You know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I work all fucking 4 days.
Yeah.
So I haven't had the chance to listen to it again.
So you don't have a least favorite?
No, my least favorite is definitely gonna be We Cry Together. Because it's like I don't want to listen to shit every single fucking time.
It's an interruption.
You know what I'm
he
saying?
should have made that like an interlude specifically, because he does have interludes on the album.
Technically, is are you gonna consider that it's more like dialogue. You know what I'm saying?
But they rhyming, so it's kind of a song.
That is very true.
It's a performance. It'll be dope live. Like I said, this could be like that could be.
No,
You wouldn't
You don't think like a play, like a play,
no,
acted out play?
Don't bring that outside of the. No,
I
don't
think
bring that
they could do something with that though.
No.
Like an argument vibe.
Malcolm and Marie Part 2 with Kendrick Lamar directing
Just
it.
keep that on the album and leave it there.
Aside from
But
that one,
it is an interlude. It's its own thing. It just gets skipped. Like if it was tied in with the song, I'd be so heated.
yeah, but I'm saying like Rich. There's a Rich interlude. It says Rich, then interlude, then Savior interlude. On each album has their interlude.
Oh.
It's like if you made it specifically interlude, but I guess it's strategic. Kendrick, I'm pretty sure he does shit strategically. My least favorite song aside from that probably would be the one after that though, Purple Hearts. I didn't love it, bro. I loved Ghostface Killer's part. I was like, damn, I love this. This is so amazing. But
It was Summer Walker. Yeah.
I played it a lot. I gotta maybe revisit it more, but I've played it a lot. I really ain't rocking with it too much.
I love Summer Walker.
I feel like Summer. I didn't like.
I gotta listen to it.
I feel like it could have been more of a bop. No.
It was
bop.
But the Blast song's a bop, bro. That's a bop. The Blast record's a bop.
That's because that's a blast record with Kendrick on it.
Exactly.
Okay, that's like
that was a blast record.
that's a blast record with Kendrick on it. Like blast, like
Yeah.
with blast is the new cheat code.
Yeah.
Blast is like the new title sign.
Yes.
Especially out of LA, it just made sense. Like that was like, I'm pretty sure Dr. Dre fucks with Blast too.
Probably.
That would make
Dr.
more
Dre
sense.
have nothing to do with this album though.
But people are saying it because Eminem tweeted.
Is that Eminem tweeted?
He got no
They
credit.
just
He got no
listen to
credits on the album.
So what is Eminem fucking talking about?
I mean, Kendrick and Eminem are signed to Aftermath, so maybe that.
This is
Well,
on,
it
this
was
is on
just weird.
Shady. This is on Shady. I mean, this is on Aftermath. My bad.
Yeah, this was. I was like, it was weird though. Eminem was like, "Yo, Dr. Dre, that Kendrick album is fire. Like, why don't you just go tell Kendrick there? Like, why don't you tell?"
Unless
I don't
Dr.
know.
Dre's ghost producing. Like, what the fuck is going on?
But yeah, a lot of the production is like Soundwave.
He's the dad.
What do you think about it selling 350,000? I think that's lower than I expected. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I think that's also
I understand it now because of the album that we got.
exactly. I think that's very indicative of the album we got because of the way that streaming works. Obviously, it's not back in the day where like if it was back in the day where it was just CDs, like damn near. Obviously,
I'll tell you this.
I could see him selling a million
If he would've
copies.
dropped hard copies. Yeah.
That too.
That's
That
what-
made a help.
That's what
him.
helped Damn get like 600,000. It was like
Yeah.
300,000 something, and then
It was 300 something in streams and then another 300 something
and physicals. Yeah.
But like the Weeknd didn't drop. I think it's a marketing strategy now because it basically gives your album a chance to go number one twice. Like you're gonna go number one the first week off streams, and then which unfortunately didn't work for the Weeknd and his team the way shout out Gunna. But like the Weeknd
I know.
dropped the streams for the album just digital only at the top of the year went number 2.
After Hours.
Yeah. I mean no
Dawn
Dawn
FM.
FM.
Dawn FM.
And then recently,
I didn't like that shit.
I love Dawn FM. But
Dawn
recently he did the vinyls again and it shot the album back up. Like I think now the goal is like hopefully
Keep those
your
numbers
streams get it to number 1. You wait for some time, you wait for things to die out. You drop the physicals for the people that are really gonna fuck with it. If you time it right, you pick a good week where no one's really dropping, you could get number 1 off like 70, 80K type thing.
Who knows, man?
But that's gonna be hard now with the summer because a lot of people gonna
Yeah.
be dropping. So they might wait till the fall. They might wait till after the tour.
They might not do that shit at all, though.
They'll definitely drop physicals though.
You think so?
Everyone
Because I'm
drops
thinking like he
physicals.
might look at it like, oh, it's my TDE album. It dropped. I don't really gotta.
He's not.
I don't think he's gonna go as hard as Damn, because with Damn he went hard though.
The booklet, everything about it, like it was
Booklet, the
interactive.
clothes. I still have the fucking.
I think he'll-
the
I think
Nike
he'll-
Damn shit. That's
I
just
think
fire, bro.
he'll do the whole thing because it's like another concept. Like
The
album.
tour is happening. The
Yeah,
Big Steppers tour.
He's doing a 3
I'm
month
not going.
tour.
I'm sorry. I'm not going. I don't really want to see this album live
I mean, it's gonna be
because he's
more
only
than
gonna
an
do this album.
No, he's not. He's gonna do all
You
this.
think
songs.
so?
Nah,
Yeah, they
I don't
always
think
do
so.
the songs.
Just this album.
Bro, he's doing We Cry Together live. I heard.
I'll take a bathroom break. That's fine. But no, every
Bro,
artist
he-
does songs
for
all
the
over their
TDE tour,
discography.
he didn't do just Damn.
Yeah.
No, because that was a TD Championship tour, so it was like they
Even-
all did the
even-
whole discography.
Damn
The Damn tour, he did more than Damn.
Yeah,
He
always.
could have done.
We seen him in Dave. Y'all went to Dave Vegas. He did mad stuff.
I didn't.
Every time you perform, you're not
but
gonna
that's
stick to the
but that's
album.
like when it's like specifically like the Big Steppers tour and like the flyer and obviously guess who's opening up the album?
Baby Keem.
Yeah,
I
opening
went
up
and
the-
seen Jasmine
I fuck
Sullivan.
with
She didn't
Baby
do
Keem
everything
heavy,
from
though.
hotels. Like she did. You gotta do the stuff that people love, bro.
I hope
He gonna do. Money
feel like he
Trees.
won't.
He gonna do.
just to justify my reason of not going.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna post videos.
I
And you
wanna
gonna be
go.
heated.
Yeah.
August, was it
I'm gonna
August
be
10th in Boston?
August 10th.
That's what tickets drop either Thursday or Friday, I think.
Shit, remind me because I'm gonna forget.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm capping because it's a cap, podcast. But I'm gonna buy tickets.
Probably go.
You know,
Now you wanna go, right?
I'm going.
Yeah,
It just sounds good to say I'm not, because everyone else is going. I'm gonna be like, I'm not going to see that shit live.
I'm going.
You know what I'm saying?
Michael, I said, way before the album drop, I said whatever tour Kendrick putting out, I'm in there.
So now if he only plays songs from there,
Nigga, I'm gonna learn the lyrics. I'm gonna be in there. Fuck it. Everything besides
Might hit harder.
Why everything except We Cry Together? Yeah, bro.
Cry Together supposedly going like 3 times.
They go 3 times. We go to the bathroom 3 times.
Wear a diaper. No, listen, I don't know. I think in my perspective, I was analyzing where it's like streaming a lot of times can be indicative of people's perception on the album, especially after it drops, because if you don't fuck with the album, you're not gonna stream it again.
The thing is, like, before the album dropped, this was the projections that they had for it.
But even then, I felt like it was low. I was like, no. Everyone was like, this gotta be higher. It's Kendrick.
Streaming don't do the same as what it used to no more. Like, if Adele...
Unless you're Drake.
Well, yeah, Drake posed like
Drake did
900,000. Yeah.
Drake should be doing more than 600,000 now.
He did.
100%.
How much was it?
No, I think it was...
900,000?
I think it was 800.
No, his first week was 6.
Was it 6 something?
Adele's first week was 8.
800? Oh, maybe I'm confused.
If Adele don't drop an album in 6 years, it's her divorce album, right? She holds a bunch of big performances before, and she can't crack $1 million a week. The streams are fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Streams is fucked. Drake had a clean rollout. As stupid as the album cover was, like, that brought more attention to himself. He did the billboards all over the fucking world. 600 in the first week. Kendrick didn't do shit.
So do you think the second week numbers is gonna kind of tell more of the story of?
Yeah, the second week. The second week always tells you like how people really enjoyed the album. Yeah.
With the CLB, that shit was on the fucking charts the whole year after it dropped.
It did 3 straight weeks and then 5.
Futures now is as well. It's like it did 100K and I think the second week like 115. I think he passed Jack Harlow, right? I think he did 115 and Jack.
Yeah, Future was number 2 this week.
So I was like, oh shit.
But
I don't know.
That number 1.
We'll see.
I gotta teach me Spanish, bro. I'm trying to fuck with Bad Bunny.
That one was crazy.
Un
verano sin ti. It means a summer without you.
Bad Bunny is the best album of this year.
Yeah,
Un verano sin ti is
the
best
album.
They had some bangers. I just don't know what man's is saying. Like I got.
Do you think this the Kendrick album of the year?
Nah, my pick for album of the year is between. You get me hit to
rap,
Bad Bunny by the end of the year. I'll let you know where.
Let's say rap only.
Vince Staples.
Okay. Number 2.
Number 2. I have Kendrick high up. So if it's not Kendrick, I'll put Pusha T. But then after Pusha T is Kendrick. So Kendrick and Pusha T are interchangeable for me.
For rap only, I got Pusha number 1.
Yeah,
and then Gunna would be after. Then Gunna would be 4th.
Yeah, I got Pusha number 1. If it's just rap
overall,
I would give it to Don FM.
Fact.
I would give it to Don FM.
Don FM was
100%.
crazy, bro.
No.
I said, bro, there's no way you listen to Out of Time and you don't like feel spiritually awakened, bro.
Bro, I haven't listened to the album since it dropped.
That's the problem, bro. You gotta get
that's bro. That's horrible.
That's your problem.
You gotta.
No, because it just didn't catch me, bro. I listened.
You gotta
to
revisit
like
it.
That week, and I was just.
You might have had a bad week, bro.
Out of that fucking album,
his ears were fatigued a little.
If you don't name songs bro.
Because you know what it is with that album, I feel like it's like that's my favorite thing of the album when you're gonna do a theme. And you play it out really
theme,
well
knock the theme
from top to bottom, bro.
Bro, knock the theme out.
And he did it with that album, and it's like
honestly, it's better than After Hours to me.
I think as an album, yes.
After Hours to me was top heavy. Like the first half was cool, and then after
I liked After Hours dropped and Party Next Door dropped the Party Mobile, right? I think I favorited I favorited more Party Mobile over.
Have this shit downloaded.
Bro,
that's sad.
Back, bro.
And you gotta play from top to bottom.
So from songs that I remember. Okay, Out of Time, yeah. Obviously.
All right, come on now. Let's talk about it. Here we go. Yes. Best Friends for sure.
Is there someone else? Is my favorite
crack,
song.
Bro.
Is my favorite song. But
if a shorty ever playing me, I'm gonna be at her crib with that in the background, bro.
Don FM. Don FM's album of the year.
Even the track with Wayne, bro.
I don't like that track.
Nah, come on, you bugging, bro. I know some people don't like that, but
I think Don FM's album of the year.
I don't like it.
Definitely album of the year.
The fact that I've only heard it on the radio like maybe a handful of times.
The radio, bro.
Huh?
The radio. Are we really judging the radio in 2022, bro? Come on now.
Because I'm at work a lot of the times. That's where I listen to a lot of the hits.
So see, you ain't freed yourself from the radio. That's the problem. You confined to the standards of the radio.
No, because I'm telling you, I listened to this shit the first week.
You need to be at work with an AirPod.
Bro. You gotta take it off the shit.
You need to be at work with an AirPod in. You need to be at work with an AirPod in and get right.
Nah, because there be some bitch ass is walking in and shit like that and fucking annoying, bro.
You gotta undo the braids and just have the hair out like that.
That's what it's too hot, bro. I'm cutting this shit probably like soon.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, I love Don FM. I love Don FM. I think that this album, obviously Kendrick, is similar where it's like there's a theme. It's not just like a random. Because I thought maybe it could have been like, you can say like it's like a playlist album. More Life was double album, but it's like a playlist. But you really can't put this shit on shuffle. I don't think this Kendrick album is like.
Don't you dare.
It's like you're not really gonna. No, you can't do it with that.
You can go from Savior to We Cry Together, bro. It's not gonna have a good time.
No, it's not.
You're not gonna have a good time.
It's not. Do you think it overall? I guess did it live up to the hype or your hype? Because it was fucking 5 years.
It was 5 years worth the wait.
I think I just wanted a great album from Kendrick, and I got a great album from.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't like a letdown, or it wasn't like.
I wasn't let down.
Yeah, it wasn't like.
I think
trash.
Yeah,
like, hell no.
my first listen, and I was confused because I didn't get the theme yet. Yeah. But I was like, the music isn't bad. I'm just
yeah.
What the fuck?
Expectations.
Yeah,
that's what it is. That's the thing. Now with this album, Kendrick showed us that if you're gonna expect music from him, just be happy the fact that you're gonna get music.
Yeah, you don't know, like
don't expect something specific.
He's too much of an artist. We don't know what the fuck he's
can't.
gonna hand to us. Yeah. So like,
do you think he should drop soon? Now after this, especially since he's doing the PG Lang thing himself, and how soon?
I fucking hope so.
Not 5 years again.
I don't think it's not gonna take 5. But the thing with the 5 years is, he said he had writer's block for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, if he can get himself around to the next concept, I think he'll drop.
Well, honestly,
Kendrick was on a very 2-year like.
Yeah.
Because he had writer's block for 2 years, but then he pushed his album back 2 years. So technically, it was supposed to drop.
That might have been the reason as to why he pushed it back.
But he was still working on it. Like he talked about the Drake and Kanye stuff. That was recent.
That's why I said. So I'm like, if he pushed it back, maybe he just went back and tweaked some shit because it's updated. There's a lot of current shit on it.
Honestly, if he doesn't drop anything like with the whole PG Lang shit, as long as he has the artist that's under it and maybe he has like a feature here and there, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, everyone dropped.
No.
Everyone dropped recently. Everyone dropped.
He's got to drop, bro. He's got to drop.
But I don't think he's gonna drop. I'll give him 2 years.
Yeah. I would say 2 years. He's got to drop.
And that's what I'm saying. Between that, I need at least a feature or so.
Oh no, yeah, we're definitely gonna get it because Baby Keem is gonna Baby Keem it. That's by default, right?
Seen him in the stew with Pusha. I want to know what they was.
Yeah, Pusha said it. I listened to his AMP interview live where he was like saying that they tried to, he wanted him on the album, but none of the. I think the song that they were gonna do together wasn't even on the album.
Yeah, I don't know if I could have heard Kendrick on this Pusha album.
Yeah, he said it just didn't. They didn't find the sound. I was like, oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I can see Pusha on a Kendrick track.
I can see either or, but because it's happened, nostalgia. But just maybe not on these albums.
Their respective albums, I couldn't have heard any.
No, these albums are different completely.
Yeah. I couldn't have heard Pusha on this album. I couldn't have heard of Kendrick on Pusha.
I think Kendrick.
I hear that.
Kendrick with this album had to get this out, right? This therapy session type of vibe.
Right.
Next album, I doubt it's like this again or anywhere damn near.
I don't think so.
You know.
But again, expectations, man, we can't have them because then niggas.
I think one thing that as I was like writing today, one thing I seen before Damn is he said that with To Pimp a Butterfly he had a problem to address. With Damn he doesn't, and with this album he had another problem to address.
Next one,
maybe next one he might not. He just might maybe this is his problem. He got it out, and maybe he'll just find another direction to go to.
Spoke about is like very internal.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, man. Kendrick is one in a lifetime artist, like arguably the best rapper of the generation. You know,
arguably.
You think so?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
okay.
He's
100%.
He's top 3 for me.
100%. That nigga got a Pulitzer Prize, bro. I didn't even know them things was handing out.
Yeah, they don't hand them out like that.
Black niggas until they got it.
They don't hand it out easily.
Oh, bro, them things just be on books.
They don't hand it out easily.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
No, I could see that argument.
Yeah,
I could see that. You know,
I'll fight about that for sure.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Now, is he quote unquote? And he's that type of artist that I can't even. I hate this sentence, but is he quote unquote now the hottest again, or like back on top, etc.? Especially when it comes to the 3-headed monster. You know, people go back and forth with that.
It depends what you use to validate that. I think Kendrick, lyrically and as an artist, he never left though. Like, just because I've never been the one to be like, oh, like you ain't dropped nothing, so like I just doubt your talent. Like, nah, like if you drop something and it's trash, then it's like, damn, bro, what's going on? But yeah, I mean, it depends what you look like. Some people like think, you know, your sales or like how much they hear you wherever they go is like what determines who's on top. And I mean, that's something Drake's had on lock since he stepped out. So it's like that you can have that. The most hardcore fan base, Cole can take that. But I think when it comes to like artistry and just really putting out like excellent ass bodies of work, Kendrick will have that until he doesn't.
Damn.
He's not wrong, bro.
I don't know.
Kendrick gives art. He has all the music and shit like that.
Like when Kendrick don't flop, bro.
But like
he don't flop. But I definitely had my doubts when I heard Top of the Morning. I was like, oh no, we're getting a whole album with this, and we almost did. We almost did.
You was quick to say, oh no, this Kendrick. You seen the Top of the Morning? You said
wearing the boots.
Wearing his boots.
I'm like, this is some bullshit. He's still wearing boots.
If you don't let this nigga drop the music first,
he's still wearing boots in Ghana. Now he got new boots. I'm like, oh damn.
My dad wears them boots.
The boots might not be fresh, but the album is fly. So you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Can't judge them by the clothes they wear. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I think it's a great album. I think it's especially because the conversation it starts. Like that's what I think. Like if you start a conversation, that's where it matters because the conversation can last forever. This is lifelong shit, museum shit.
Shout out to the journalists. They're gonna have to write up some shit about this. This is not an easy album,
man.
Bro. This is probably the hardest. This is the hardest.
Think P says. Think P says. He says it on that song.
Right about this, I'd be tight, bro.
I'm sitting on my computer.
Think P says. Think P says. Man, but yeah, there we have it. I said it. I think it might be Kendrick's worst album. Hate me in the comments. Do whatever the fuck you're gonna do. You guys are gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? It's arguable.
I hope your fans like me this time.
I was just in your podcast.
Last time, for the size.
Last time we did the ending. Oh no, it was the kicking it with
Coogee.
Bro, they hated me.
Oh yeah, they were all because your opinions.
It was like the nigga in yellow, like he's trying to be mad different, bro.
Oh yeah, because you had like the. Like going the against the grain vibe, they felt like, this guy's going against the grain. I remember.
Damn, I just kept it 100.
I remember.
So what was your opinions?
It was the like our favorite albums, and I think I said I wasn't crazy about. It was just 2018, so I can't even remember what I wasn't.
It was a podcast, a Coogie's podcast.
Yeah,
you're not crazy about.
I can't remember.
Nah, that was a long ago. Can't remember, but I remember the energy you're talking about. But it goes back to Kendrick says, can't please everybody. Can't please everybody.
No. I just laughed. I was like, damn.
Yeah, don't pay attention.
Oh
to
yeah,
them.
no.
Yeah.
But I hope you niggas like it. I don't know if you.
No, they're gonna kill me. That's what, and I'll take it. I don't care.
Because we say it to them all the time. I say it to them all the time. Like you fuck with me. Now you can suck my dick.
I am not your savior.
I'm not your savior.
I am not your savior. You know what I'm saying?
Cry together though.
Yeah. Oh, you said we can? Oh, shit.
Listen, actually,
let's do it.
Put the camera on me. If you actually listen till we cry together, like for real, like oh my god, this
like driving around in the whip type shit. You're going.
Yeah, you're kind of crazy.
You got a problem, bro.
Please let me know because you need help.
Yeah.
Nah, like
that's the
problem.
Your relationship is very toxic.
Bro, if that's the life you're living,
even when I'm home by myself and have the album like on
honestly,
on the speaker,
just take off the song. Bro.
I should do that, but I keep forgetting to, and I hear the little Alchemist beat, and I'll be like, damn, Kendrick's about to spaz on this, and I'm like, wait,
yeah, because Alchemist produced it. That's a fucking thing.
I sprint to my phone, skip, bro. No, we're not doing that today.
Yeah, so if you have a relationship like that, please seek help.
Yeah, but it happens.
Run.
It happens. You argue, and then you end up fucking at the end. It happens,
But that was a serious
Hey,
argument.
not for the world to hear sometimes.
She was cooking it, bro.
Listen.
I should have been fucked on your cousin.
That's how the world sounds like. And I think like the fact that album has that song alone, it just is like on purpose. He knows people are gonna talk about it, hate it or love it, and that's what makes it purely art. Like that's what differentiates art from this microwavable fly-by-night shit.
You know what it might be? It might be some like cancel, like it might be like cancel culture adjacent, where it's like you hate somebody for mad long, and then just like when the time is right, or like when something happens, then boom,
like you said, he said this is what the world sounds like.
No, yeah, it's like was the Jay-Z or the Kanye lyric is like first they hate you, then they love you, then they love first they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. And it could be, but we could be here for hours talking about this shit. Because like there's so much holes to dig with this album, like to be very honest. But comment down below, share your opinion on everything we discussed today, specifically, especially the Kendrick Lamar album.
Yes, sir.
5 years in the making, 5 years later, how do you guys feel? Share your opinions and feel free to. Don't be scared to. I feel like I'm pretty sure he wants you to. Like that's what he creates the art for. Whether you love it or hate it, he loves this shit.
Even though he might not care.
Even though he says he might not care, he's not your savior. You know, wherever, blah blah blah. It's art, so he knows that people are gonna have their think pieces. Think piece. You caught that right when he said it on the album? They heard that in the background. Think pieces.
What song is that?
That's the one where it's like a bad song. We said like this is bad on purpose. It's like not supposed to be listened to. Can't please everybody. That one when he's like keep saying can't please everybody.
Crown.
Yeah. At the end, it's like he's like
that's the song I don't fuck with.
That's just but it's like on purpose, low key. At the end,
listen again.
Bro, at the end he says it. Think pieces, like, and it's like, oh shit, he's coming at Wongo. He's talking because Wongo about to write a think piece on this bitch.
Bro, I gotta go home and finish that.
Yeah, man. So and it's like, damn, we could talk about it for so long.
You can wrap it up.
Because like the crown and like he's like questioning whether he's like he wants to wear the crown because like he's number one, right? And he said it like I'm the best rapper alive, but it's like, do I care? Am I top one? That's what that song is deep, but it just sounds like undigestible. But the lyrics is like, we could be here all day. Comment down below. Cap CA Podcast episode 31. See you guys next week. Be safe. Love you guys. Subscribe. Love us. Hate us. Can't please everybody. We're out.
They gon' love me for my ambition.